What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Thursday, February 26th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest is on with me today, as she has a plethora of experience doing her thing in Louisiana. She's done her thing at ESPN for a decade plus. She's done her thing with the Dallas Wings, and now she sports reports for Lamar University doing basketball and softball, if I'm not mistaken, right? Basketball and softball.
Correct. Basketball and
Absolutely.
softball.
Absolutely. Her name is Shavonne Herndon. And we are going to talk to her about her why of getting into the sports media industry and journalism. And we're going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, I introduce you the wonderful, talented, hardworking, and the beautiful Siobhan. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Chris. Let's go.
No, thank you. Thank you for allocating your time to me. I really do appreciate it. I've been looking forward to this. And listen, my first question to you is the same as it always is with everybody that's on my podcast. And it's very simple. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for getting into the sports media journalism industry?
Because growing up, I didn't feel like we had that much representation, reporting as far as Black females were concerned. So my why is to do it for the next generation so they have somebody, they can look to and look up to and just be that example like, hey, if I can do it, you can too. So the next generation coming up, they are my why because there needs to be more of us on air. There needs to be more opportunities behind the scenes for Black women who love the game of sports.
Girl, you speaking the gospel right now. The Matthew, Luke, and the John. Ain't no question about that. No question
Yeah,
about that. That is
yeah.
one of the main reasons why I'm such a huge advocate for my platform as well. I love
Hmm.
bringing on all types of guests, don't get me wrong, but especially women of color because I don't see a lot of it. And if anybody knows, when you start on the local level and you're
Yes,
reporting, you don't see a lot of faces like ours. That's
not
just,
at
you just
all.
don't. Now as you get into the national spot and you start doing some national things, yeah, you do see a little bit more, but you can always see more. If that makes any
Yes,
sense, you know what I mean?
yes,
So definitely love that why, no question about it. My why is very similar. I wanted to be a pillar for my community, but I also wanted to go into certain communities and show that we don't have to be afraid of
right,
being African American in a community where it's not as many African Americans there. We don't have to be
right,
that. So I love that. I
right.
love the fact that we could be able to do that, um, and be able to show that at all times. And I love that. So here's my next question to you, though. My next
Hmm.
question to you is very simple. Um, you went to Abilene Christian University.
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
absolutely. So, and I know that's in Abilene, Texas.
Yes.
No question about that. I do have family in Texas. I just don't know all the
Okay.
cities in Texas. I have
Okay.
family in Houston. My brother lives in
Okay.
Houston. So, and we're gonna get to a Whataburger question in a minute, but we're gonna come back to
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Bacon cheeseburger. Bacon cheeseburger.
No doubt, no doubt, girl, no doubt. I want to know, were there any other schools that you were considering going to other than Abilene, or was Abilene your number one choice?
Definitely, it was between Abilene Christian and Louisiana State University (LSU). I was gonna go to their the communications department at LSU. I knew it was very strong at the time, very like just highly ranked in the nation, and so LSU wasn't too far. And actually, Abilene ended up being further than LSU, but definitely LSU between LSU and Abilene Christian. I'm a preacher's kid, so I basically didn't have no option or no choice in the matter. I was going to the Christian school at the end of the day. No matter how much it cost, my parents were going to send me there.
Okay, well, shout out to your parents. No question
Yeah,
about
for
that
sure.
for holding you down. No question. At LSU at that time, no doubt. I think they were coming off a
Hmm.
national championship. By the
Yes.
time when you was coming there, football wise, big
Right.
time school, big time media type of school.
Yes.
A lot of people go
Yes.
there now and graduate from there and do their thing for sure. So
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I want to ask this bonus question. Did you always know in your heart of hearts that you wanted to do journalism and in the sports media, or did you kind of go there and say, okay, you know what, um, I'm choosing now to do it because I tried something else, and sports is now something that is my passion.
No, it was always journalism for me. When I was like 7 or 8 years old in Valdosta, Georgia, at summer camp in Valdosta at the YMCA, like they
Yep.
used to have this thing around 3 o'clock every day at summer camp. All the kids would be like, Oprah's on," and I would like gather like the kids around me, and I would just do some talk show stuff around them. And then when I was in high school, we had a media department, and I had my own sports show when I was a senior. So it started at my high school here in Lamar, at Lamar High School. And then from there, I just kind of honed in on my skills when I got to college. So when I got to college, it wasn't so much like, hey, teach me what I need to know. It's like, hey, I already know this is what I want to do. So if you can help me refine some tools and get better at this craft, it'd be greatly appreciated, and kind of no standing in my way because this is what I'm gonna do.
I feel that. No question about that. I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. Now,
Mhm, mhm.
I grew up in San Diego, California, so I'm a huge
Okay,
Lakers fan, and that really inspired me to want to get into sports. I went
okay.
to college out in Georgia, so when you said Valdosta, Georgia, I know
Yeah,
about Valdosta, Georgia. No question
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Graduated from Kennesaw State University,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm definitely a huge of the South. No
Yeah.
question about it. I love some South, and SEC football is a legend there, so no question about
Yes,
that.
yes. And
So
Kennesaw State, King went there. I forget his first name.
I think I know who
Last
you're
name
talking about.
King, played basketball there.
Yep, yep,
Uh,
we did.
like 6'4", 6'5". Like I
Um,
forget his first name, but I think he's with TNT now, or he was with TNT. But yeah,
yeah,
I say
absolutely.
Andre or something, but I forget his name. But last name is King.
I do know who you talking about. 'Cause I do remember a King. I do remember a King and being and
Yeah.
watching him play there
Mhm.
at the convocation centers. That's what we call our home spot at Kennesaw State
Yeah.
University gym. So yes, I do remember that for sure. That's awesome. I love that.
And I think
Now,
that's where I really, when I was in Georgia, that's really where I tapped into sports. You think about Dominique Wilkins, you think about
no
Kevin
doubt,
Willis,
no
Muggsy
doubt.
Bogues, like all
Mm,
of them at the Omni Center in Atlanta. And
mm-hmm,
then you think about the Braves with David Justice,
mm,
Greg Maddox, and all of
mm.
them. So it was really about the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Hawks at the time. As a young kid, just watching those two sports organizations, and I think that's when it started really kicking in for me with sports.
Absolutely. I love that. That is so
Mhm.
awesome. That's really awesome. Now, I want to ask you some favorite questions. So
Mhm,
I want
mhm.
you to give me the 411 off the rip based upon these
Yeah,
favorite questions. So here we
go
go.
for it. Yeah.
Favorite meal you like to cook?
Oh, I like steak and baked potatoes.
Okay, now, don't get my mouth watering on here,
Yeah,
girl.
steak
I'm
and
trying
baked
to tell you.
potatoes, medium well.
I like that. Okay, now. I might have to make
A
a trip to
little bit of
Texas.
blood. A little
I might
bit of blood.
I might have to make a trip to Texas now. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
see you now. That's what's up. I
Cool.
love that. I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a huge steak person too. I like it the same
Yeah.
way, but I'm also huge into tacos as well. I'm a
I love
huge.
tacos. Yes,
Okay,
tacos.
yeah,
I literally fly to Mexico just for some tacos.
I
Even
feel
though
that.
Mexico is on the wraps right now, but I love going to Mexico just to eat tacos.
Okay, I love that. That's what's up. All right, favorite concert you've ever attended?
Oh man, I can't say I attended it, but I was actually working the Beyonce concert when I worked the Super Bowl back when it was at what is that, Levi Stadium? Not this year's, but the
Mhm.
one when Beyonce did the formation. She
Oh, okay.
performed at Super Bowl halftime. So but as far as attending one, um I'm a PJ Morton fan, so
Oh
PJ had a
yeah,
concert at the House of Blues, and you don't really become a fan until you go to somebody's concert. And I think when I went to his concert at the House of Blues, I became a fan for sure.
yeah. Don't Let Go is one of my favorite songs of his.
Yes,
No
yes,
question
PJ
about
is
that.
deep. He's
hmm
deep.
No doubt. I would say I'm a huge R&B person, so
Yes,
I love Usher. I love
yes,
Breezy. I love The Weeknd. The Weeknd is
yes,
definitely. I'm huge into that. No question. I'm a huge concert goer too. If I'm not doing sports or if it's not
yeah.
theater. it's music concerts for me. So I love doing R&B stuff because that's just a nice vibe and it's very
Yeah,
smooth. So I love that. Okay, that's what's up. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
you don't want to know that. It's Puerto Vallarta. It's Puerto Vallarta. So
Tell me
next
why. Tell me
question.
why. Tell me
Next
why that's your
question.
favorite place.
It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
mean, every which direction you turn, you can be facing the ocean. You
Mhm.
can get your city life. You can get the tourist portion of it. It sometimes it looks like Spain because of the hills and the houses that are on the hills. It's like every direction you turn, you can feel like
Mhm.
you're in another country, and I think that's what I like the versatility of Puerto Vallarta.
Okay, I'm gonna say Jamaica for me.
Yes, Jamaica's nice too.
Absolutely. The great jerk chicken, great food,
Yes,
great vibes, great
yes,
scenery. Went to the beaches there. I had me
yes.
a very good time. Can't remember it all, but I
Yeah,
had me a very
Jamaica.
good
Jamaica
time.
is nice. I can't remember some parts of it either, but
Hello.
Jamaica is Jamaica is nice.
Yes, it is. No question about that. Now, you and me, Siobhan, we sports people, baby. So I'm gonna
Yes,
ask you this question here. It's a two-part
yes.
question.
Okay.
Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Watch on TV is definitely basketball, college basketball, and then to attend college football. College football.
Okay. Now, who are your teams that you are like rooting for? You got a lot of them out there in Texas. Who are your teams that you're rooting for in the college sense?
Okay, in the college sense, for college football, it's LSU for sure. It's always been LSU college football. But for college basketball, it's definitely been Villanova since Kerry
Wow.
Kittles, Kyle Lowry,
Wow.
Michael Bridges coming through, Jalen Brunson. Like I can go
Yeah.
down the list, Cam Whitmore. Like I've just been a huge, huge, huge Villanova basketball fan since the early days.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now they forever will have the one of the most historic upsets in the
Yes,
history of college basketball. And for those of you that are not college basketball historians, y'all need to check y'all index and go back
yes,
there and look at 1985 of when they took down Georgetown, the big time.
yes,
Which at that
yes.
particular time they were the defending champions, the Georgetown
Mhm,
Hoyas, coming into that game.
mhm,
So yes, I'm a
mhm.
huge historian of the game, so I definitely had to throw that out there for
For
Villanova. You know
sure,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
No question. But LSU, that is very interesting that you said
Mhm.
LSU. I think one of the most watched games next year is going to be Ole Miss and LSU for obvious.
For sure, for sure. And I think the reason why it is LSU is because I mean, you look at the Houston products that have come out of LSU. I think
Yeah,
for me, Benny Brazil, Joseph Adai, Brandon LaFell, like just
yeah,
all those Houston guys who have made a name with that program. Like if you're from Houston and you're good, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go to LSU. And so I've just been a huge fan of the program from those days to now. And then, living in Shreveport, Louisiana, it just kind of
yeah,
enhanced, Mo Claiborne, was born in Shreveport, and then he played at LSU. Benny Logan was outside of Shreveport, and he played at LSU. So it was a lot of guys within the Shreveport area that went on to play at LSU and that were very successful. So LSU football has always been near and dear to my heart for sure.
no doubt. I got to ask this bonus question before I get to the last favorite. Is the 2019 LSU team one of the, I would say, one of the top five college football teams of all time, in your opinion?
Of course, hands down.
Hands down. Okay.
2019, but you got to also look at the one that played against Alabama in the BCS championship game,
Mm.
right? What year was that?
That was the Honey Badger. Honey Badger
Yeah,
year, if I'm
Honey
not
Badgers.
mistaken.
You got Eric Reed, Honey Badger, Mo Claiborne. They had so many great players on that
I,
team as well.
they
They
did.
didn't
I
win it.
just
They
don't know
didn't
if I
win
would.
it, but they were cold.
Yeah, it was cold. They were cold. I don't know if I'll put them in top five, but
Right.
that 2019 team was scary. Was
Yeah.
scary good.
Yeah. Yeah.
No question about it. But
Right.
I gotta ask the LSU fan that, at least top five, what will you put them in the five? Would you put them at one of the greatest, or would you be a little bit like reserved to put them at one?
I would be reserved to put them at one.
Okay. Okay.
Bama had a strong team.
Right.
I want to say the year before that, or maybe 2 years before that. But yeah, I wouldn't put them at one.
I
And I
would say
forgot
that.
about Craig. I didn't even think about Craig Lawson. Craig is from Houston too.
Right. Right. Oh,
He
to
one of
me,
the
the
hardest
greatest.
hitting safeties in the league. Huh?
Absolutely. No, to me, the greatest college football team of all time is the '01 Hurricanes. I would say the '01 Hurricanes is probably the greatest team of all time. Uh,
Okay.
and
Okay.
number one, because they had like heavy hitters. I mean, they had Andre Johnson, they had Andre
Yeah.
Rowe, they had McGahee, Gore,
Yes.
Shockey,
Yes.
Vilma. I mean, they had so many. Kellen
I,
Winslow. They had so many players.
Kellen. Oh,
Yeah,
Kellen, the tight end.
right. Vince
The
Wilfork.
tight
I
end.
mean, they
Yeah.
had the Ed Reed. They had so many heavy hitters on that team. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So,
I went to a Miami Hurricane game when they
mm,
played New Year's Eve Chick-fil-A Bowl. I forget what year that was.
yeah,
Tyrone Bird was on the defensive side. But
yeah.
that was, yeah, they got in a fight. That was a big fight that game.
Oh,
But that was the last Miami Hurricane game I went to.
I got you. Say less. I'm with you on that. Here we go. Last of the favorite.
Yeah.
I'm a huge foodie. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I want to know what is your favorite restaurant that you like to go out and eat at?
Ooh, Papados?
Oh, you seafood. Okay, you
Yeah,
seafood type of place.
Papados. I'm a Papados, Papacitos, yeah. See, Papados is just seafood, but Papacitos is your Tex-Mex. But I love Papados for sure. I love
Okay.
Papados.
So here's the thing with me. I've never tried seafood like that. Like it yeah, like well, I'm let me say this. Shrimp, I've tried. But
Okay,
lobsters, the
I had lobster last
oxtail,
night.
I've never had any of that seafood before. Never
I
had it.
had lobster last night. Gonna have crawfish Sunday. Yeah,
Wow. Okay
yeah,
now. Okay. Maybe I just need somebody to show me some good food. Cause
right.
to me that seafood that be looking kind of I know in Atlanta, Georgia, when I lived there, they had some papados. And I was like
Yeah,
real
yeah.
reluctant to go there because they got the jumbo shrimp with them.
Yes.
This shrimp is very
Yeah,
big.
the peel and eat.
So I'm a more so a carnivore type of guy. So give me a
Okay,
steak,
okay,
give me a rib, give me some chicken. I'm good with that. That's me right
okay.
there. But when I come out there, I definitely will definitely have to do some Papados for sure. But
Yes, for sure.
I want to ask you,
Okay.
Whataburger, is Whataburger
Yes.
overrated?
No.
Do you know
What?
most not Houston, but most Texas people that have came on this platform on my podcast have said Whataburger is overrated.
No. Never. Never. Whataburger is the best. I don't know who you've been talking to. They must be like imports, maybe like not from here.
You
But
know,
yeah.
listen. I only asked that question to Houston natives, or not Houston natives,
Yes. Yes.
Texas natives now. And I
Whataburger is
maybe
the best.
Whataburger's the best, okay? Because they tried to duplicate that thing in Atlanta,
Nah.
and it ain't it.
Nah.
That ain't it. Okay, so next time I come to Houston, I have not had
Yes.
Whataburger in Houston. I've only had it in Atlanta. But next time I come to Houston to visit some family or just work as well, because I do travels at times as well, I would definitely hit you up and we'll definitely go get something.
Yes.
Definitely go get
Whataburger for lunch, Papados for dinner.
that sounds good to me, girl. Okay, they call it a done deal. I'm with you on
Yeah.
that. That's what's up. Now, I want to talk about your day to day. And the reason why I
Yes.
do is because as journalists, our day to day switches. No 2 days are ever the same. We're always covering something different. We're always talking to somebody different, doing something different. That's one of the reasons why I love doing what I do as a journalist because it doesn't get boring, it doesn't get redundant, and sports never has the same result. It's always a different story with different games and different games within a game going on, right? So
Hmm.
tell me, what is your day to day process when you're covering basketball? I imagine that you're covering men's and women's basketball at this particular time. But
Yeah.
what is your day to day process of preparing for the game, getting ready for the game? How long do you work? How many days do you normally work? Is it just games? Are you doing other stories, like stuff like that?
So like Men and women's basketball with Lamar, it can be difficult because they have double headers on Saturdays. And
Mm,
so I'm spending like all Friday afternoon, like, because now you're studying four teams for one game.
right,
And so, granted, with the women's game, I'm the color analyst for the Lamar women's basketball team, and then for the men's, I'm the sideline reporter. So it's always women's first, and then the men follow after the women play.
right,
And so, basically, I'm on the internet, I'm looking up stuff, I'm looking up game notes for all the teams. Usually I'll go back to the Southland Media Day interviews that were had, and I will take the transcript and I will look for storylines within those transcripts to include in my game notes. If the game notes don't come from, like, the game notes will come from the school, so that's one aspect of it. And then the
right.
other side of it is me, I'm stalking social media, I'm stalking the players' pages to see, what they're into. Like, I have a game on Monday, and one of the Lamar women's team players has been braiding hair lately. So I'm gonna
Wow.
incorporate that in the coverage, along with it being Senior Day. So just those different things, those dynamics. But definitely, I'm studying, and it can take a couple hours due to the fact
For sure.
I'm not studying two teams. I'm studying four teams because of the double headers.
Absolutely. Typically, well, some schools do this. Some schools, when they do those double headers, they kind of play the same teams, right?
Yeah.
And then there's
Yes.
sometimes where some of the schools play different teams, even
Right.
just on the same day. I know particularly I'm doing a double header this upcoming Saturday where it's flipped. The men play first. So the men
Wow.
play at 2 and the women play at 4:30.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But it's also four teams that I'm trying to
Yes.
study for to be able to write for and be able to do game notes like you said for. And it is a great feeling. We love doing it, but it's also a grind because
Yes,
you
it
have to
is.
be on point with what your facts is, your notes is, especially
Yes.
you're doing two different roles. And that's one of the things I want to kind of allude to. With a color analyst, you're calling the game, you're breaking down what's happening in the game, whether it's pin downs, whether it's screens, whether it's post ups, whether it's
Hmm.
point shooting, or whether it's whatever's happening on the court, you're breaking it down and analyzing it. So for the person with this looking at you or hearing you on the broadcast can understand. As a
Right.
sideline reporter, you're being called to from
Hmm.
somebody that's breaking it down. So, bam, you be studying so many different things. Some of those things might not even make the sideline report in
Exactly.
the broadcast.
Exactly.
Talk to me about those two different roles and trying to prepare for that.
I think with calling games, it's different. Like, you're talking as the game is going on. Like, you're into it. There's conversation between you and the play by play person. You're analyzing like every move. And I feel like there's more room to, like, if you do make a mistake or slip up, you can, because you have that next couple minutes to kind of make up for it. But sideline reporting, like, you gotta make those hits. You only get maybe five a game, and so you have to be on point with your hits because you can't go back and undo something,
Hmm.
so to speak. And you have to nail those interviews because those halftime interviews with the coaches can be complex. Are they losing? Are they winning? You don't want them to be losing because now you have to kind of adjust your questions to their temperament. Like, how do you deliver a question without pissing them off,
Right,
so to speak.
right,
Like, what do you mean we don't know what we're doing? Are you watching the same game? Or, like, you don't want that. So
right.
you have to be gentle in your approach, considering the circumstance or the situation.
I think a lot of up and coming reporters sometimes, especially in the sports game, it's very difficult for them to ask questions. And I get that a
Yeah.
lot.
Right.
Especially for me, they say, well, how do you ask this particular question? How do you do that? How do you phrase this? And again, it goes back to really paying attention to how the game is being played, really paying attention to the temperament of the coaches and the teams,
Right.
but also giving people grace after the game.
Yes. Yes.
Grace is very important because some coaches you just don't want to bombard and come up to real quick and start talking to them post game. Some
Right.
coaches need to have thought, need to have
Hmm.
time. Because if you
Mhm.
bum rush them and go to them after the game, you might not get
Mhm.
great response. You might not get great content. And that's the one
Mhm.
thing for us reporters. We need great content to be able to tell great stories and great quotes and stuff like that. So I try
Mhm.
to tell my younger kids that come up to me and ask me about journalism that you give them grace, pay attention to
Yeah.
the game, but also understand that you don't want to ask a question that is obvious
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
redundant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now, this next question bleeds into that because as we talked about what you do for your day to day process, work being able to have a work life balance, but also mental health. And that's what I kind of want to touch up on now because work life balance, as you know, sports are evenings and weekends, and the seasons can be long. Right, basketball
Mhm.
season typically starts early October when the preseason starts, and it fades all the way to March. It's almost a 5 month grind, right? Because March bleeds into the tournament time, which that's what
Right.
we're probably getting ready for now, as you're getting ready for the Southland tournament with Lamar and them doing that and stuff like that. Tell me, how do you keep your mental health strong, Siobhan, but also still have a work life balance? Because you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you, and I think your friends and family feel the same way. But you love what you do. And sometimes
Right.
you have to miss things and miss celebrations and
Yeah.
family time. And it gets tough, right? It gets tough. And holidays, you work on holidays. It's not something that just stops when holidays come. Sports journalism is a 365 thing, 366 on leap year. So, how do you keep your mental health strong without experiencing burnout or being overwhelmed?
I definitely have a therapist. I just had a therapy appointment on Monday. But yeah, I go to the gym. I work out as much as I can.
Mhm.
Anytime I can position myself to be around water, I have a lake outside my home here, and so I just try to just kind of center myself. Sometimes I do hot yoga as well. So
Okay,
those are
now.
some of the things that I kind of incorporate into my day to day life. To just kind of stay grounded and make sure my mental doesn't go sideways because yeah, I've worked the last four Thanksgiving Cowboys games. Christmas for the Houston Texans was last year.
Yep.
Um, I've done bowl games on New Year's Eve night.
Yep.
So holidays haven't been holidays for me, so to speak. So it's it's what you sign up for. You know what you do. Anytime I can bring family with me to the games, I try my hardest. But yeah, I think year before that, I was stuck in Buffalo on Christmas. I think they were playing Kansas City or something.
Oh, wow.
The Chiefs, like, so these last couple years have definitely been tough as far as like work and having that balance with life because holidays do get hard.
Absolutely. And please let me know if you ever up this way in the Buffalo area because we got to
For
link up
sure.
for sure. That's where
Yeah.
I'm at now. But um, you absolutely hit it on the head. I love the fact that your transparency about therapy. Thank you for mentioning that. Therapy is not a weakness. I think it was looked at as a weakness before,
Yeah.
but it certainly isn't. A lot of people need somebody professionally to talk to because it's great to talk to family and friends. They tell you what you would like to hear and they're supportive, but sometimes you need to go to people that you need professional help so they can tell you what you need to hear.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and be also neutral in the sense of they're not biased because they don't know you, right? So
Right.
love that. I love the fact that you mentioned that. For me personally, I'm a huge family person. I love family, but I do also understand this business. This business it moves you around. And I know I had to leave Atlanta, Georgia to go to Minnesota. I had no family in Minnesota, and I was in like
Hmm.
I was in the boondocks of
Yeah.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
like a very small city. But I love doing the high school coverage, the college coverage, and eventually started working my way up to do some professional stuff. And I love that. I love the grind of being able to tell stories, being able to cover games. Even though I was away from family, which kind of sucked, I was living out my dream, and I'm still doing that to a high extent. But you also, as you get older, you start to realize in this industry that you can make certain decisions, you can go certain places. Life starts to slow down for you because
Yes.
when you're in your 20s, I mean, I'm in my 30s now, but when you're in your 20s, life is just whew, like you're going fast. It's like boom, 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 and you go from 0 to 200. The hell with a
Mm-hmm.
100. 0 to 200 because you're
Yeah.
trying everything and doing everything. But now, life slows down and you're able to make some more reasonable decisions. You understand that things are very important. You understand that sometimes you may have to say no to certain projects.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes you may have to make decisions based upon family as well. Like, I don't want to be away from my family as my mother gets older and my father gets older.
Right.
I want to be closer to them just in case they need something, just in case they need me, and stuff like that. Is that mindset also with you as you've gotten more seasoned in this industry?
Oh, for sure. I was gone for 10 years, Abilene, Waco, Longview, and then Shreveport. And
Mhm.
I was a news reporter, and I said, you know what, it's time for me to go back home. I've been gone since college. I've been gone since I was a freshman in college. So
Yeah.
I made that decision to come back home, and it's been very rewarding. I'm able to spend more time with family because I mean, I was missing time then, but not so much now. So I've
Right.
been back home now. I want to say I've been back home for 10 years now, and it's been the best decision.
I love that. I love that. Now, again, bleeds into this next question, which is a great question, and that is advice. I am absolutely sure that you've had people come up to you that has wanted your advice. What is some advice that you would give an individual that wants to be in this sports journalism industry?
I would definitely say just be comfortable with hearing the word no. There are going to be so many people that tell you no. You can send an email every day, all day, and it can be no, 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 or not even hear anything back. But
Mhm.
once you get that one yes, like take advantage of it,
Mhm.
and while you're hearing the no, just continue to prepare yourself for the moment. So opportunity, when it does meet preparation, you're ready to go, because that's what happened to me. Like, I had no experience before the Dallas Wings. I had two games with McNeese football for ESPN during COVID. They literally just gave me two games. Didn't have any other games. I just had two games, and
Wow.
I took those hits, all of them, and I sent it in, and I got a response from the Dallas Wings off of two football games that I had no idea would be enough. Like, I thought I needed more, and I was enough. And so I was thankful for that opportunity. And when that opportunity did come, like, I excelled.
I love that. I love that you said that because a lot of people do get discouraged by hearing
Yes,
the word
yes,
no. And it's very important that you advocate that because you will get a lot more no's in this business than you will ever get
yes,
yeses. There's just no question about it. I mean, and I especially tell people that's getting ready to graduate that because they're out there applying for different jobs. You may have jobs that never ever reply back to you, guys.
right,
You may
right,
not, and you may have jobs that tell you no, 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 no. You don't know what these jobs are looking for. You have no idea.
right.
All you can do is apply, put your resume, your portfolio out there, and try to see what you can do. And but again, to Siobhan's point, one yes changes things because once somebody else
Yes.
tells you yes, and then you start showing what you can do, then others take heed, and they will start to give you a chance as well. There's no question about that. So I do love that. You talked about it a little bit about being obviously African American woman in this industry. I would like to ask you this question about I would say not injustices, but just the inequalities. The inequalities of the woman sports reporter as far as pay opportunities and
Mhm.
treatment. Do you think that there is some in your opinion? And I love to ask especially women sports reporters because in my opinion, I've seen it in the stops that I've had, stops that I've been at, I should say. I've seen pay be different. I've also seen treatment which I definitely don't respect. Not saying that I've seen it at all times, but I have seen it in certain places, especially with women. I want to
Yeah,
hear your perspective on that.
Definitely, I think it depends on the sport. You
Hmm.
know, like you won't see that in WNBA, of course,
Right.
when it comes to disparities. But yeah, when you look at NFL, when you look at NBA, like there is a different um different ladders, so to speak. You know, we do take less, we do get hit the hardest for whatever reason. And one thing about going into sports reporting, you have to realize you're just not competing with other women. You're competing with men, and you're competing with men who were former athletes. So
Right.
the odds are stacked against you before you even start. So the disparities do trickle down into just your work once you do get the job. You know, there's some things and some obstacles that are in the way from you being all that you can be, and you have to have thick skin. You have to be strong mentally. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It's happening, and that's why I tell everybody, because of the pay disparity, like try to keep another job so you don't have to depend on it, so to speak. Because the way sports is going these days, it's dying, especially on the local level. And so more things are seasonal than year round.
Right.
And so you have, with that inconsistency, you have to just kind of have something else to kind of lean on and fall back on.
I'm so happy, girl. You like I said, you speaking the gospel. You really are. And you are hitting every point. It really is
Right.
because I damn near say the same exact thing. I substitute teach as well.
Yes. Yes.
And because I love the kids and I want to pay it forward and I want to help them as much as I possibly can in whatever subject that I'm doing there. Cause I do K through 12.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to have a second kind of income because, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
sports is dying on the local level. The publications, the newspapers, we know how much they're
Mm-hmm.
dying. There's no question
Right.
about that. And I've worked in several different publications prior to me coming up here to upstate New York. We just know that it's being covered differently. Like sports,
Yeah.
sports is just being covered differently. It's being talked about differently. And if it's not on a national type level, like a CBS, a NFL Network, or ESPN, or something like that, you're not making the bank like that.
Right.
We know there's certain people that's taking a whole lot of money away from the local people as well. That's getting paid on that national level as well. So I love that you said that for sure, no question. We've reached the portion of my podcast, though, where we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. It is a game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. Shavonne is very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. The first question is, which of these restaurants would you rather go in, sit down, and eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Okay, you like the cinnamon buns, don't
Yes.
you? Yes, I
Yes.
know that's right. I know that's right, girl.
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you on that, girl. We one for one. We in sync right now. Let's keep this thing going. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor of the chicken wing would you rather have on? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Lemon pepper.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
Okay. Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
Okay, so you like to get messy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, give you a wet wipe and go to work. Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I'm the same way. Give me about 10, 15 wings with some fries and a cold drink. I'm with you on that. Okay,
Mhm.
I like that. Now, these next 5 questions have to do with music concerts you
Okay.
rather attend. Okay, so here's the first one. Which music concert would you rather go to, Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
I like that. We starting off pretty good. Okay, here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Drake.
Why you make your face like that though? Okay.
Next.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Now, that's probably one that is 51-49. I would probably say Kendrick over Drake, but that's 51-49. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see SZA or her?
Her.
Her is a
Her.
vibe. Her
Her.
is a vibe. No question.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Aloe Black or John Legend?
John Legend.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. We vibing. We vibing. Now, last one. This is the hypothetical one because this is in their primes. Which music concert would you rather go see? Janet Jackson or Whitney Houston?
Mm,
I know that's I told you in their primes. Yup. I know
Whitney.
who I would choose.
Whitney.
Whitney.
Hmm.
I got you. I got you. Okay, Whitney Houston. I love that. The greatest love of all. Now,
Hmm.
this is a bonus question. Is she the greatest singer of all time?
No. No.
No. No. Who
No.
would you say?
Uh, Patty.
Ooh, man, Patti LaBelle was something else. I'm you know what? I actually would agree with you. I wouldn't say Whitney, but I would say Gladys.
Okay.
Gladys.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say
Gladys
Gladys.
is up there too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My mother is a huge Gladys Knight's fan, no question about it. She loved Patty too, but Gladys
Yeah.
Knight, she can't stop playing Midnight Train to Georgia, and that train
Yeah.
already left for Georgia so many times.
Yeah.
She can't stop playing it. That's for
Yeah.
sure. I'm with you on that. Okay, you did pretty good on that. Let's go back to sports. Which sport of these two would you rather watch on TV? Baseball or hockey?
Baseball.
What? Who is your team? Who's your baseball team?
Astros.
Houston Astros. Wow. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let that one breathe, Shavonne.
Yeah, let it breathe.
I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna let
As
that
you
one breathe.
should.
I'm gonna let
As
that
you
one
should.
breathe.
Don't come for
hmm
us.
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I thought about it,
Don't.
but I ain't gonna do it.
No, no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Houston Astros. I'm with you on that. When it comes to these two sports, which sport? Oh my lord. And you showing a championship ring. Ugh. Okay, you do know that ring comes with controversy, right? I'm just saying, it comes with a little bit of controversy. But yes, World Series champions, no question about that. I'm wearing a Minnesota. I'm wearing a Minnesota sweater too. I mean, like, come on. It is what it is. But okay, I got you. Of these two sports, really, the mascot, really? Wow. Okay. Well, that's a devoted fan. I will say this, Siobhan. I do like your ballpark. Your ballpark food is on point. I know it's not called Minute Maid Park anymore because that's the last time I went there. It was called Minute Maid Park.
It's
But
Daikin.
I think it's Dyken Park now. But
Mm-hmm.
you have one of the best parks as far as ballpark food and the stadium look. I do love it. And when I come back there in the summertime, I'm definitely going to go back there. There's no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you rather play badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I took it in college. I got an A.
Now, I'm listen. I might not come for the Houston Astros take, but I'm definitely coming for the damn bowling take. I'm coming
I
for that.
can bowl. I
Okay,
can
now
bowl.
we might have to put that to the test.
I
I'm
can
talking
bowl.
now. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I just want to be respectful as possible. I'm not talking about bumpers. I'm not talking about we bowling.
What?
Uh, I'm
No.
only listen. I'm not. I told you. I put preference on that. I preference my comments. I say this because there's some people that got on here on this Work Hard Play Harder podcast and said they used the bumpers. I don't
Uh-uh.
use bumpers.
I don't use bumpers.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm checking. I told you I'm coming for you. I'm checking now. All right, I'm with you on that. We might have to see about that. That's for sure. Okay. Do you like desserts?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna name 4 categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these. that you would never eat again. So here we go. Yeah, it's going. It may get a little tough, but the first one is going to be cookies. The second one is going to be ice cream. The third one is going to be grouped together. So it's pies/cakes. The last one is going to be candy. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy.
I would too, girl. I'll say you on point like a period. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, let me ask you, what is your favorite ice cream?
Vanilla. Or cookies and cream. I'll go cookies and cream.
Really?
Hmm.
That's my favorite. Seriously,
I
that's
like
seriously
cookies
my
and
favorite.
cream.
Do you know why that's my favorite? You probably
Why?
don't. So let me tell you. My mother, growing up, greatest woman I've ever met in my life. I'm a little biased. My mother bought the tubs. You remember the tubs of ice cream that you could buy?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
she first bought the Neapolitan tubs, where
Yes.
you
With
get
the
the
pink, white, and the
Mhm.
chocolate.
You get the
Yeah.
3 flavors, right?
Yep.
So, she would buy the Oreos on the side, and I would scoop out the vanilla ice cream, I'll put it in the bowl, and I would get some Oreos, and I would crush the Oreos up in the ice cream. So,
Mm.
she saw that I did this so many times, she was like, "Let me just get him cookies and
Mm-hmm.
cream." So,
Mm-hmm.
she started buying the tubs of cookies and cream, and that's how that became my favorite ice cream.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. Okay, that's what's up. I like that. Girl, we are vibing here. Do you like potato chips?
Yes.
Okay, same format. Okay, I'm going to name 4 brands of chips. You have to eliminate one of these brands. So here we go. First brand is going to be Lay's. The second brand is going to be Ruffles. The third brand is going to be Doritos. The last brand is going to be Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Pringles. Pringles.
Okay. Now, if we walk into a grocery store together, Shavonne, and I say, Shavonne, I need you to go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip to eat. What are you buying?
The Ruffles. Ripple. Ruffles. Plain.
Girl, girl, where have you been all my life? I'm trying to tell you, girl, we ain't ever gonna miss a beat when it comes to food. I'm gonna tell you that right now, cause we on point. That's my favorite chip.
Yeah.
Now I'm more sour cream and cheddar. I'm more sour cream and cheddar with the chips of Ruffles outside the plain ones, but I definitely love my Ruffles chips for sure, no question. Okay, I'm with you on that. That's what's up. Now, this next question is called bucket list. And the reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to speak it into existence. Okay? Give me a top 4 of stories or events that you would like to cover in your career that you haven't done yet.
Winter Olympics.
Mm.
Uh, I've covered everything else.
Mm.
I've
Ooh.
covered NBA finals. I've covered Tokyo Olympics. I've covered Super Bowls. I've done 5 Super Bowls. I've done 4 World Series. I've done maybe 5 or 6 NBA finals.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done World
College
Series.
football playoff?
I've done college football playoff, national championships. I did the BCS championship.
What
Um,
about Summer Olympics?
yeah, I did Tokyo, but I
Oh,
was an
okay.
Emmy nominated video producer for Tokyo Olympics.
I
But
love it.
I did it in Connecticut because it was during COVID. So because some of us couldn't go out there to
Right,
Tokyo. But
right.
yeah, I've done everything.
Is there anything that you haven't done or possibly maybe even interviewed, like an individual that you would like to interview
I
that's on a
mean,
bucket list for you?
yeah, definitely LeBron, definitely Michael Jordan. I would have
Mhm.
loved to have interviewed Kobe, rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, for sure.
Okay. I like that. I like the fact that you said Winter Olympics. Would you ever go to a place like Milan or would you wait for the Winter Olympics to come back to the States?
I would definitely go to Milan.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I would say my 4. I crossed one off the list, which was Super Bowl. I went to New
Hmm.
Orleans Super Bowl and covered that last year. That was amazing. I don't
Hmm.
know if you was you there too?
I've done Super Bowl. here in Houston twice. I've done Super Bowl. I was in Minnesota for that Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done Levi. I've done Super Bowl in Phoenix with it
Yep.
when it was Denver Broncos versus Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
I've done four of the New England Super Bowls.
Got you.
Every
Got you.
Super Bowl I did, Tom Brady was there.
What about March Madness?
Yes, I've done March Madness.
March Madness. Now, will you be doing it this year? Because they're coming to Houston this year.
They're coming to Houston for the Sweet 16.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know if you was going to be possibly covering that or not.
I will know sometime this week. I'll know this
Oh,
week.
okay,
I
now.
did send out an email today. Yes.
Got you. Yes, I do. So Buffalo is actually got the first two rounds. So they got first round
Okay.
and second round. So I will be in Buffalo on the 19th and the 21st,
Okay.
covering that for sure. But I'm hoping that you get to cover the Sweet 16. That would be amazing for sure.
Yes.
I will, but to go back to my top four, NBA Finals is definitely something I would love to do. I would love to do a World Series. Hopefully, my Padres will be in it. That would be amazing. Um, I would love to do a national championship game because I'm huge into college football. I would love that. And but I would also love to do, I would say, maybe a Stanley Cup.
Okay.
I would love to do something a little different. A little different. Because I know there ain't too many brothers covering the sport of hockey. That's
I'll
for sure.
probably I'll add US Open to that. But I've
Ooh,
done golf. I've done Players Championship. I've done the PGA tour. So
I
yeah, I
would love
did a
that.
lot of golf
I would
like
love
two,
that.
3 years ago.
Now, let me ask you for a bonus question for me because I've done security for golf tournaments, but I've never
Mm-hmm.
been a reporter covering it. How is it covering a golf tournament as a reporter?
It's different. I didn't cover it as a reporter. I did graphics for it
Okay.
for
Okay.
NBC and for the Golf Channel. So that's
Mm.
a little bit different.
Yeah, it is a little bit different. That is. I mean, you're still in a media type sense because you
Right.
NBC, but is it like a designated area for you guys for the media people to go and stand? Do you like sit in the room and just do stuff, or do you walk the course? Like what was that about?
You walk the course, you can walk the course or you can go to this room that they have. But there's also the TV trucks and I would be in the TV truck sometimes.
Okay, I like that. That's what's up. All right. Now we talked about advice you would give, Siobhan, but what is some
Right.
advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Uh well, Monica McNutt was the one who told me be comfortable with hearing the word no. So that's something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and then I pass it on to the other the following generation.
Monica McNutt, Georgetown great. No doubt about
Mm-hmm.
that. Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. Now, I wanna get you out of here on this, and that
Okay.
is some rapid fire. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so basically, it's just rapid fire. First thing
Okay.
comes to mind:
Okay.
pancakes or waffles,
Waffles,
chicken or ribs,
ribs,
juice or soda.
juice.
Favorite color,
Say that again.
favorite color,
Purple.
favorite Netflix TV series or television show.
Oh, I don't know. Orange is the new black.
Pretty good, pretty good. Favorite alcoholic drink.
Abilene Christian. Pass.
Favorite non-alcoholic drink.
Uh, I don't. I'm on these recess drinks. They're mood drinks. They're called recess.
Recess. Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, they got a lot of magnesium in them, but they're
Okay.
called recess.
I like
I
that. I'm gonna
just
have to
got on those. I just
please
got on
hit me
those
hit me up with the info on that because I definitely want
for
to check
sure.
that out. Um,
For sure.
favorite sandwich.
Bologna and cheese.
Got you. If you had a choice to choose three more people to go with you on vacation, so it's four total. Who would you choose and where would you go? Now, before you choose, Siobhan, you could choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Okay. Michelle Obama, LeBron James, And uh let's go with Steph Curry.
I like that. Now, where would you go?
We can go to Barbados.
I love that. I love that. Now, next one is if you had a choice to choose between three artists or three songs to listen
Yeah,
to on repeat and never get tired of,
right.
who would be the three artists or three songs that you would choose?
I'm going with Lauren Hill. I'll go with Drake, and I'll go with Lionel Richie.
Mm, girl, I love it. I love your music taste. Okay, here we go. Let's move on. I'm with that. What is a sport that you would play that you would absolutely dominate in?
Basketball.
What is a sport that you would play that you would absolutely suck in?
Curling.
I would be pretty bad at curling too, no question.
Yeah.
Okay. What is an occupation outside of sports reporting that you would do if it wasn't sports reporting?
Um, I'll probably run for a government office.
Out of these three, last of the rapid fire,
Uh huh.
if they came to you and said, Shavonne, you do a great job at sports reporting. However, we want you to do a different genre. Now, you've done news and sports,
Uh
but
huh.
these are the three genres that you're going to do now. Pick one of
Okay.
these. Travel.
Lifestyle.
Well, I'm going to say travel.
Oh, okay. Okay. Travel. Okay.
I'm going to say music.
Okay.
And I'm going to say um, entertainment.
Okay. I would do entertainment.
Entertainment. Okay. Which one would be last of those three?
Music. I would go entertainment, then travel, then music.
I love that. I do. I love that. And I also love this conversation, Siobhan. I think it's been absolutely amazing that you are who you are, the sports reporter that you are, the great advice you gave, the great person that you are, the hard working that you are. Thank you for allocating your time for being on my podcast. I really do appreciate it. Now, my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, the industry, or anything at all before we conclude?
Sports is remarkable. It's rewarding. It can also be uh like gut wrenching sometimes, but if you continue to like just stay on the path that you know you want to go on, or and you know who you want to be at the end of the day, just go after your dreams, go after your goals, and yeah, everything else will take care of itself.
I really appreciate that. I want you to
Mhm.
enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening, and you and I, girl, will most certainly be in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You take care now.
You too. Bye.